Hello, I'm Sonya Douglas, real estate broker for Carter Realty Group. And today I am going to make our drink for contract conversations and cocktails. The first one is I call this drink the relaxer. It consists of Moscato rose, orange juice, and honey peach wine. So I have here with me Jessica Braggs,
Hi.
real estate broker for Carter Realty Group. And we're going to share this drink. It's really a good drink for you to relax
I'm excited
on.
for this one, Sonya.
So it's a bubbly drink. If you're not a person that drinks that much, then it's a mild drink for you.
So it's gonna be like a Sunday morning brunch.
Sunday morning brunch.
Okay. I'm excited for it.
I'm giving Jessica here a little bit more alcohol. Her request was more alcohol, so she's going to get some alcohol.
I ain't mad at that.
So it's a little bubbly. Toast.
Cheers.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Contracts, Conversations, and Cocktails. My name is Carmen Carter. I'm the broker owner of Carter Realty Group, and today we have some amazing special guests. We have our moderator today, or our guest panelist, Sonya Douglas, broker associate, who's going to be talking about downsizing. We also have broker associate Jessica Braggs.
Hey.
Yep, and she's licensed in Illinois and Tennessee. And we also have broker associate Lisa Williams, and she's licensed in Illinois. And our absolute special guest today is Miss Diane Evans, and we're going to be talking about downsizing. So thank you so much for coming to visit with us today.
You're welcome.
So we're going to start. Our podcast today is downsizing the family home. Whether it's you downsizing or whether it's a family member that has unfortunately may have passed on and you need to downsize your family home, your parents' home. And today we have a guest today. And the reason I chose Diane is because she downsized her home. She had a large 4-bedroom home, 3 baths, living room, dining room, kitchen, family room, den,
Big old
office.
house.
She had a huge home.
Big old
Sounds
house.
like it.
It was huge. And she downsized to a 3-bedroom condo. So I just want to ask you, what were some of the tips you want to tell us that you could do as in terms of downsizing your home?
Well, let me tell you a little bit about my situation, though. Downsizing can be a challenge.
Absolutely.
And the reason I said that because with me being a homeowner for over 40 years.
The same house?
No, that's what I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Well, the first house I had, and then I had 3 different homes before I downsized.
Wow.
And each time I got a bigger home. And each time I brought what was at one house to the other house. So you're adding on.
Yeah.
So when we got to that last home, before I started downsizing, it was a challenge because I had so much stuff. I had a garage sale. I gave things away, and I still have plenty left.
You probably rented the biggest truck thinking that it was going to be enough space to get everything, and you still needed 5 or 6 trips.
It was a lot of work.
Yes.
It
Yes.
was a lot.
So I tell anybody, don't wait to the last minute to start getting rid of some of this stuff because it is a lot of work.
So with that being said, I would say with your parents' home, you would want to take one room at a time and go through your parents' items if they're no longer with you and decide what you want to keep personally or what you want to throw away or give away. do that one room at a time to make it less stressful for you. If your parent is alive, you can ask them to help you as well make those choices. But when you have a parent, we tend not to want to throw anything
I was just
away.
getting ready to ask
I
you,
don't want you
Sonya.
throwing nothing away. I have over 200 elephants.
I get mad when my husband throws
Do
stuff away.
not, right,
I don't throw my stuff away.
Do
Wow,
not
I
throw
tell
it
my
away.
mom all the time, listen, lady, let's get this stuff thrown away.
You can't do
Don't throw
it.
my stuff away.
It is a challenge for everyone. Everyone.
It
It's a
is.
challenge. Even if you have a small home and you know you're going to move to another apartment, it's a challenge.
Well,
It's a
how would you say then, Sonya or Diane, for this question, how would you say that a child, an adult child, of course, should start that process with their parents to say, hey, you know what, mom and dad, listen, I think on your last episode, Sonya, you were talking about estate planning.
Right.
So this episode is talking about downsizing, which I think is amazing to do, to downsize before we even talk about estate planning. That way we can kind of get things in order. But how do you talk to or how would you recommend talking to your parents or mom or dad about that? Or how did you feel, Diane? Was it your kids that said, hey, mom, you need to downsize? Was it you and your husband personally?
Well, the reason we decided to start with downsizing because I had surgery on my hip and I had stairs, and it was really challenging for me to walk up and down those stairs. So that was the reason we decided to downsize.
Quick question though, Diane. When did you buy the house with the stairs? How long had you been living in it before you had that surgery?
We bought the house in 2000 and wait a minute, 2005.
2005, and you just did the move, what, a few years ago?
Last year?
Year before.
Year before. Okay.
Okay, so with 2005, what was how many years ago? I don't do math in public. What is that?
17. No, see, I don't know about the
15 years. About 15
About
years.
15.
Yeah.
Okay, so
17.
is it 17?
No, it's, oh,
We don't do that.
It's 17 years. I should know.
So it's 17 years. So in that,
Right.
so of course, 17 years ago, there was no hip replacement even in view.
No.
So you didn't even consider. But 17 years ago, did you have small children to move into this 3-bedroom loft, 3-bath house with a finished basement?
No.
It was just your dream.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. So mom and dad moved into a bigger house so I can.
Well, my son was in college and he came in, back and forth, but still, then he eventually moved out.
But you didn't need that big house.
No,
You just wanted it.
I just wanted.
I ain't mad at you.
So getting back to your original conversation, Carmen, what I would suggest to any family member is when you want to take your parent out to a dinner or favorite place they like to go and eat, and then have that discussion.
Make them happy first.
Yes,
Yeah.
get them fed,
Give them
give
a
them a little,
cocktail.
give them the cocktail, a relaxer. Take them to brunch and then just say, hey, we're all getting up in age. I feel my pain. Even though I'm young, I'm getting up. I can only imagine what you're going through, Mom, Dad. I bet you it's hard for you to get up and down them steps. I can only imagine how it feels to go down to the basement to wash clothes. How do you feel about us starting to downsize the house? Let's start eliminating some of the things so when the time comes, we won't have so much to do and it won't be so much stress and arguments and disagreements between us. How do you feel about that? This may not be something you want to do, but how would you feel if we decide to pick a day every month and downsize one of the rooms? And you can also have a garage sale and give that money back to the grandchildren. You're giving back to the because you always want to give to my grandkids, your grandchildren,
Mm-hmm.
But
or
also-
your kids. So you can save that money. You want to make it so that it's kind of their ideal.
But also, we don't want to focus on necessarily downsizing a more seasoned adult.
Right.
It could be someone who their kids are going off to high school and
Absolutely.
they don't want the big house anymore.
That's
They don't
true.
want
Okay.
they don't
That's
want the
true.
4-bedroom,
Correct.
3-bathroom house. They
Yes.
want They want something where it's maybe not necessarily a condo, but it's still a single family.
Yeah.
But they just want a 2 to 3 bedroom, 2 house, smaller square footage.
Something easier to maintain.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because now they want to travel more.
Yeah.
They don't want to necessarily entertain their kids' friends.
And let's not forget housekeeping.
Oh,
Huh.
yes.
Let's not forget that.
That's a lot.
That's huge right there.
Right.
But it's not just for the more
expensive.
seasoned. It's for, if your family is downsizing in general, or if you become a more seasoned person, then absolutely. But downsizing could mean so many different things
Right.
in real estate.
I know for myself and my experience with my mom, it was a very emotional experience actually downsizing because you do have a lot of treasured memories.
I say again, don't throw my stuff away.
Yeah, for real. It was a little bit of battle for my situation because my mom also had a brain injury, which was stroke, right? So kind of going through that whole process of her, brain injury and her medical issue and trying to communicate that effectively with her going through her recovery because she did have the brain injury. So we did it in phases.
Okay.
So it actually really worked out, but it was a sensitive conversation, an emotional conversation. Because when you have a brain injury, you're very emotional anyway, because that side of your brain is really affected by everything. So,
And I think in that instance, you can probably say to that parent, like, look, I'll take all of your treasures and I'll keep them with me. And we can move you into a place that's a little bit more comfortable for you to maintain. Because as we said, maintenance is serious. Anybody who's gone through home renovation of any sort, it is serious.
But when you have a brain injury, your whole world is turned around.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you don't know, your trust factor is gone, even for your kids.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So it had to be almost like a reintroduction to trust and your family. First of all, I had to earn that back almost because of her brain injury, because of the situation.
Now, do you have siblings, or is it just you that help
I do
them out?
have siblings, and my siblings were phenomenal. I'm the only girl, but I must say my brothers did step up wonderfully. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was very lucky, but we did. We had to do it in phases. We had to rebuild the trust, do it in phases, put some stuff in my garage, and kind of do it very gingerly, as she moved into, assisted living facilities. So that was hard too.
That's tackling a whole different beast, downsizing and
Moving
sort of
them in.
Alzheimer's.
It was because she did develop dementia, but that was later on down the line. But I was grateful that we were able to get through that process because it was very emotional.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be an emotional situation.
And I think, like Sonya said, it's really super important to do that before there's a death or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is, like you said, Diane, right? It's your stuff. It's my personal stuff.
Right.
I want to have some say as to where it goes, what it's doing.
Absolutely.
And so I think that it is best, like you said, to do it while the person is coherent.
Yes.
Kind of go along with it.
And one of my sons said that I was an organized hoarder because my house wasn't junky. Or
It was
anything
not
like
junky,
But I
but
just
she had
had
a
a lot
lot
of
of
stuff.
information.
Can you tell my husband that
A
phrase?
lot of information.
I need him to know exactly what that phrase is.
What is it again?
An organized hoarder.
So
there is a method to my madness.
Because when Christmas time, birthday time come around, and they always say, "Mom, what do you want?" And I usually say nothing because I have what I want.
Yeah.
Or if I want something, I go out and buy it anyway.
Uh-huh.
Because
Yeah.
they always ask me because they say she probably already has it.
And you do.
You do.
Right. And you do.
So I
Good.
want to talk about, I asked several people to come on my podcast tonight, but I had one person who's actually downsizing now. She bailed out on me yesterday.
No, she didn't bail.
Yes, she did.
Oh,
Well, call her out here on the podcast.
She didn't really bail out. She really has things she's got to do because she's going to be moving soon.
Yeah.
Because she's downsizing.
She's downsizing.
Well, that can be excused.
And she told me to mention about her daughter. Her daughter is in her 40s.
Mhm.
Okay.
And she has one daughter. And she says her daughter keeps telling her, don't throw away my toys.
Mm.
These toys are over 30 years old.
The daughter saying that?
Yes. Some
Wait, her daughter is
Her
30?
daughter is
Wait a
saying,
minute, are they
no,
in
her
good
daughter's
condition?
40.
Oh, her
That's what I'm
daughter's
saying, but are the dolls in good condition?
I don't know. She just
They
says
could be
that
collectible.
all her toys, she said, don't throw away my toys. And we talked about that. When children leave, they tend to leave their
All
belongings.
their
Yeah.
stuff.
They do.
They
Yes.
want you, and when you get ready to get up and move or downsize, you've got to pack their things as well as yours.
Mama house is storage.
You have- right. Everybody, most people over 50 is their garages have extra people's
Stuff.
information in there.
Yeah.
That's what my husband calls
Yeah.
junk and stuff. Sonia, you've got a lot of information in here. So,
But I think
That's
also
a word.
yeah.
bringing it back to us as agents, we need to remind our clients a lot of times because they're used to this larger home where it's, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, whatever it may be. And they're going to look at these homes that are more condensed
Yes.
and what they're looking for. And they're saying, oh, well, our furniture is not going to fit. Or, oh my God, how are we going to get not a 9-piece bedroom set upstairs into the bedroom?
Right.
And we have to remind them,
Right.
you're downsizing.
That's all said.
You're downsizing.
I know I gave away a lot of stuff.
You did.
Did you actually downsize though?
She did.
I did.
Okay.
Well,
no
let
choice.
me reiterate her situation. She downsized, but she was moving into 2 homes. So she has
Wait,
a
wait,
home
wait, 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 wait,
in the
wait,
South.
wait, wait.
Oh, you have a vacation home and a home here.
Well, I'm going. Yes,
She's going
I'm
to eventually live
move to-
there.
in Florida.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna coming back here.
Oh, so you're a snowbird.
She's, yes.
Oh,
Well, excuse
so
me.
you're a part-time resident.
Right.
Yeah, no problem.
Got it.
But for somebody, it might be a little bit more difficult because she moved into 2 homes. So,
Right.
of course, she got an opportunity to keep
Keep
a lot of
some.
your stuff, Diane.
Well,
You
no,
know?
she didn't want to move all that down there.
Okay.
So,
But
her
she-
furniture.
But again, we're downsizing.
Sizing, right.
Right. I
We
love
gotta
that.
remember
But it sounds
that.
like
And
to
plus, the
me,
furniture that I had here wouldn't work for down.
It gives you an opportunity to go shopping.
I am.
Don't worry about that. I got that
it
covered.
sounds like you got an opportunity from your perspective to actually downsize, though. Like
Yes.
truly, the meaning of downsizing and do that, even though you had 2 homes that you
Right.
could have divided your
Right.
your
I did.
furniture in, you truly took that on and really actually downsized. So
Yes, I did.
that was a good feat.
Did you have a garage sale? You
I
did
did.
have a garage sale. So let me tell you, when you have garage sales, you want to price the things, you want to price your items right. You're not going to use it anymore.
You're not trying to.
You're not trying to make
Yes.
really a lot of money on
Yeah.
it. What you're trying to do technically is have enough money
Make
to
a
buy
buck for your job.
boxes,
Yeah.
to buy boxes, to buy your tape, to buy your markers,
Right.
You're
to
trying to
buy
make-
your labels, to buy your wrapping papers.
You're
You
trying to
wanna-
make a buck for your junk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love that. I love that. A
Oh,
buck
that's
for
true.
your junk. Yes, yes.
So how did you do on that good old sale?
I did pretty well. And you know what? I had some things in there that was really, really nice. And I didn't charge a lot for the things because I was trying to get rid of things. I was pretty much giving it away, you know what I mean? Because I
Mhm.
wanted to get rid of it.
What was your motivation? Just out of
I
curiosity.
have some of her junk.
Oh,
I
boy.
have some of her
Did
information.
you give her a buck for it?
Oh, your motivation was your leg, of
She
course.
wouldn't
but
let
did you-
me.
Did you have it?
motivation?
I know it was your leg, right? But did you have any motivation? Because you said you had a hip replacement, right?
Well, yes, yes.
Yeah, but did you have any motivation prior to that? Did you think, or had your kids alluded to, you know what, maybe mom and dad, y'all might need to downsize?
No,
Okay,
they
well,
never said anything.
yeah, see, you a young bird then, because I've been telling my mom and dad, listen now, y'all getting out of control. Okay, nobody's getting ready to sit up here and do this all day long with y'all. Get rid of some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like none of us want it.
Mm.
So you got to start getting rid of it
We have it
because.
on film now.
You
But
sure?
there's a lot of truth to what you're saying.
It is. I don't want your
That's
stuff.
true.
And if it is, that's why
Yes.
you have the conversation early. So
Right,
if
right.
it is something that the kids want, that decision is
Absolutely.
already made.
Made.
So it frees your parents up.
And
to
it's
do-
not that it's not nice stuff. I love your
Exactly.
stuff. I just got my own stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to put,
And
put
your-
more stuff in my organized,
and your
ordered house.
and your parents are gonna know, like, I'll use my grandparents as an example. There's only two things I've ever wanted from my grandparents. One was my grandfather's piano and my grandmother's wedding ring. That's it.
Yeah.
I could care less about the junk in your house.
That is so perfect what she said,
Yeah.
though, because a lot of times there is. Yeah, you're right.
That's it. Those two things. That's all
Yeah.
I wanted. I do
Yeah.
have one of them currently.
I'm sure. The same thing with your mom, yes or no? You only wanted a few things.
Absolutely.
Yes,
That's it.
nothing that's
That's
super
it.
exciting. I'm sure, Diane, you didn't give away anything that you knew that you wanted to pass down.
No, I didn't do that. So,
And there was things that my mom wanted me to have, and I gingerly took it, but
You didn't need it.
I didn't need it. I didn't need
You didn't
it.
really
and-
want
but-
her to- right.
But it has value to me and sentiment to me. But at
Yeah.
the same time, after that experience, I know what I'm not gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very streamlined type person now. I don't have a lot of trinkets. I don't have a lot. So that experience actually kind of helped me to stay away from having to do so much downsizing in my future. I'm just very streamlined. So.
And let's just say, for the record, it's not only sentimental things for the parents; it's also sentimental to the children.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
true.
they're going when you have to downsize your parents. It's gut wrenching.
Mhm.
It's like you're saying,
Yes.
I'm preparing them.
Yeah, for the
I'm
next day.
preparing
That's a
them.
hard conversation.
It
It's a whole
is
other
hard.
podcast.
Right.
But
It is.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah,
are
that's-
preparing them, and you're preparing yourself for less stress.
Mhm.
And that really is the truth.
Yes.
It is hard, but
Yes.
it's going to be harder if you don't do it beforehand.
Right.
Because like my grandmother used to always say, baby, don't cry for me. Everybody got to go this way. Like we all going this way. So we
Right.
might as well go ahead and prepare and not try to
Yes.
pretend
Yes.
we going this way. So my
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think
That's a
us
great
as
point.
agents need to, us as Carter Realty Group in general pride ourselves on educating the public and educating our clients.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
us as agents, being as educated as we are, I feel like we have the power and the skills to kind of teach our clients and direct our clients to remember what your motive is. Your motive is you've had hip surgery, you are a part-time resident in Illinois. Those types of things are your motive. So to not look at the bigger picture of I have all of these material possessions in my possession and I need to get rid of them. That's not the motive. We can figure out a space for those. The motive is finding you a place that can fit your needs in your current situation.
Right.
And that's what us as agents can do for our clients and help remind them that this is what we're here for. We're not here to figure out where, your family pictures or your leather couch is going to go. We're here to figure out where you're going to go. The other stuff can wait.
Right. And provide you with the resources to get you to the destination
That's
that you want to
that's
get
a
to.
good
Exactly.
Yeah.
resources.
Your
That's very
final
important because sometimes
home
people
that you
don't
want.
understand. And we do provide as agents.
As
we do
agents.
have business partners. We have
Yeah.
resources. So if you don't know, we absolutely can help you with that and get you that information to make it even easier for you to downsize.
Diane, you get ready to say something? Do you
Go
remember
ahead.
what that was?
no, I don't remember.
That's okay.
That's okay.
But no, I love everything that you guys are saying because downsizing is super important and it does leave less stress. One of the things that I was out with the agent the other day and we were talking to a family that was getting rid of their real estate portfolio. The mom, it wasn't their primary residence, it's their investment properties that mom and dad had acquired throughout their marriage.
Okay.
What was going on at the time was mom is 90 some odd years old, and now it's time for mom to start, unloading some of these assets, if you will. And I told mom, you're very smart to do that because when we were sitting there, she said, I said, Mom has 5 kids. I said, Mom, who takes care of all your business? She said, this girl right here. I said, this is the girl that takes care of all your business? She said, yes, her. I said, what about the other kids? She said, this is who I can count on. I said, okay, listen, if you love this
There's always
girl,
that one.
you get rid of these assets now.
Yeah.
Like you have 10 properties to unload. There's no reason why we should be waiting until after you're deceased. And I'm not trying to speak morbid, Mom, but we know you're in your 90s. Now, of course, you can live longer than I can. Of course, I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying if you love this girl, don't put the stress on it. Don't put her,
Especially for that many properties.
yeah, don't put her through that type of stress. Let's start getting these properties on the market right now. Let's go ahead and unload them because it's easier to divide money than it is to divide properties up.
Very
Because
much so.
here's the reason, real quick, because of course you think the property, Sonya's worth $250,000. Jessica think mama property worth $450,000.
Absolutely.
Diane think mama property worth $1 million. She live in California like Diane. It ain't like that here.
Yeah.
So let's get rid of all these properties now and we can divide the money because once you put that real estate in there, it's just too convoluted. So that's why I like the fact that we're doing this now. Let's downsize. Let's get this ready. Because if you love said daughter, you're going to make sure
Love
that
me too.
With
You know what I
that,
mean?
with that being said, thank you, moderator Carmen. I just love her. Thank you, Jessica. And thank you, Diane and Lisa.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate all the input and everything everyone has said. It's very helpful. I hope it's been beneficial and helpful to our listeners. If you have any questions or concerns or just want to chit chat about how to downsize, feel free to give us a call at Carter Realty Group, 815-341-2115. That's my number. And just for the record, we're going to hold our drink up
Yep.
and say downsize.
Downsize.
Downsize.